The cost of SSDs has fallen significantly over the past several years, which means that drives are now within the reach of many more people. Drives such as this one, TeamGroup's L5 3D Lite. This particular drive is 480GB in capacity, and it can be found for as little as $50 online. At such a cheap price, I had to know whether this drive was worth a purchase or not. So I reached out to TeamGroup and they sent me over a review sample. So my name's Paul, and in this RedGamingTech.com video, we're going to be taking a look at the performance of the drive to answer whether it's worth your cash or not. I do know that they did send this drive over to me for the purposes of review, but all opinions are my own and this is not a sponsored video. But I wanted to give you guys a full disclosure because I think it's the right thing to do. I'd also like to thank MSI for providing both the Z390 MPG Pro Carbon motherboard along with the RTX 2080 Ti used in the video, and also Deepcool for providing us the Captain 240 AIO. The packaging of the TeamGroup L5 Lite 480GB isn't anything special. It's in a basic plastic clamshell and contains no screws or enclosure to mount the drive, and the software is also available on the website. The SSD is exactly what you'd expect from a 2.5-inch design, with a single SATA data port and a single power connector on the rear of the device. The slightly off gold plastic, it has a sticker which tells you the brand, model and capacity of the drive, along with a few technical details which are plastered on a second sticker at the rear of the device. I'm sure some folks who have clear window cases and a real stickler for colour schemes may dislike the choice of colouring of the drive, but I guess you can always tuck it out of the way if it really bothers you. This specific drive is rated at just 470MB per second for the read and 420MB per second for write on our 480GB model, and this is combined with 1 million hour MTBF. Honestly, these figures for read and write, as we'll find out in a moment, are pretty conservative. The drive also supports trim and smart technologies, but without further waiting, let's have a look at some benchmarks to compare it against a few other drives. So there we have it then. The TeamGroup L5 3D Lite is a pretty damn nice drive. It's a little slower than some of its competitors in certain tests and a little faster than its competitors in other tests, but overall it performs admirably, particularly for the price. We've been testing this drive over the past several days for reliability and it's been absolutely stellar. We've had no issues, no crashes, no I/O problems, which is basically what you would expect, but it's nice that after several days of heavy use, copying video files, image files, the drive has maintained stability. This is definitely a no-frills piece of hardware. It doesn't come with codes for drive cloning software like Crucial packs in with some of its SSDs, for example. But for people who have more intimate PC knowledge, you'll likely know several free alternatives. This drive is great when combined with, say, a faster NVMe drive and used for games, or if you're a power user, it's also great as a dedicated drive to run virtual machines from. It performs well enough that budget gamers who don't necessarily install a whole bunch of titles on their system could just opt to plonk in the 480GB model as the main drive, and with Windows and programs taking up say 60 to 100GB of data, you're still left with a decent chunk of space for game installs. Then you would use a mechanical drive for downloads or less played games. So while TeamGroup's drive certainly doesn't have lots of bells and whistles, it is an excellent drive for the money, and if you're looking to purchase an SSD, I would at the very least consider giving this one a look. With all of that said, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you did, then the normal stuff. Like, share, comment and subscribe for much more content coming up. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.